I now recognize Ms. McNabb for her opening statement.
Good afternoon, Chairwoman Green and Ranking Member Stansbury and members of the committee. Thank you for inviting me to appear today. My name is Payton McNabb and I'm a sports ambassador for the Independent Women's Forum. We are a nonprofit organization that exists to expand support for policy solutions that actually enhance people's opportunities and well-being. Independent Women's motto is "Tell her story, change the world." Today I'm here to share my story. I'm a female athlete from Murphy, North Carolina who had my love of playing sports taken away from me. Since 2022, following a serious but avoidable injury, I've been speaking across the country, sharing my story and advocating for protections for women and girls' hard-earned rights to equal opportunity, fair play, privacy, and safety. Like many other little girls, I grew up playing sports. As soon as I could walk, my dad enrolled me and my siblings in various sports. I'm incredibly thankful for that because participating in athletics has afforded me so many life lessons and given me valuable skills. In high school, I played volleyball, basketball, and my favorite sport, softball. I was excited about the prospect of playing softball in college, but that day never came. My athletic career was hindered and cut short because I was forced to compete against a male athlete on an opposing high school women's volleyball team on September 1st, 2022. I went into this game knowing that there was a male opponent, but I felt helpless and had no idea what to do. Neither I, my team, nor the administration agreed that we should be playing against a male, but the game went on. Toward the end of the game, the male athlete went up to spike the ball, and it came right at my face, slamming into my head. The force of the ball knocked me down unconscious, while my body lay in a fencing position on the court. A fencing position is how your body reacts to a serious brain injury. Everything was dark to me. The auditorium was absolutely quiet, and my teammates were scared. That was my last day playing volleyball. Medical professionals informed me and my family of the heavy news that I suffered a traumatic brain injury, a brain bleed, and my body was experiencing partial paralysis on my right side. The doctors couldn't confirm how long it would take for my body to recover. It could take months or even years, and they couldn't confirm whether I'd 100% ever be back. While I've learned to navigate my new normal, there are several challenges that I deal with on a daily basis. Severe headaches, balance issues, vision impairment, and as my parents say, I'm just not the same kid. It is completely aggravating because the injury I suffered was 100% avoidable if only my rights as a female athlete had been more important than a man's feelings. Since then, I've chosen to use my voice to advocate for girls nationwide, especially for my younger sister, Avery. I've decided to turn my pain into purpose. I played a role in helping pass the Fairness in Women's Sports Act in North Carolina legislature, although it was initially vetoed by former Governor Roy Cooper, who ironically has 3 daughters of his own. Since speaking out, I've heard from so many girls. They see it happening in their schools, male athletes competing in women's sports. The fear of being severely injured by a male athlete who is undisputedly, on average, bigger, faster, and stronger than the average female is real. I want y'all to know that this issue is very real. I didn't realize how big it was until it personally affected me. What we are talking about is reality and basic truth. Men have an inherent biological advantage over women when it comes to sports. The advantage is particularly prominent respect to the activities where speed, size, power, strength, or cardiorespiratory characteristics determine performance. Males jump approximately 25% higher than females. Males throw about 25% further than females. Males run 11% faster than females. Males accelerate about 20% faster than females. Males punch 30 to 162% harder than females. Males are around 30% stronger than females of equivalent stature and mass. This is undeniable, and many more biological statistics can be found in Independent Women's Competition Report. I was so pleased to be at the White House on February 5th when President Trump signed the executive order entitled "Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports." Finally, we saw a president act to make sure that sports competition for women is fair and safe. Now we need laws at the state level that define women and keep women's sports safe for women. Today, there are 27 states that have legislation protecting women's sports, and more than a third of the nation also defines sex-based words across their state laws. All 50 states should have this sort of legislation. I'm so proud of the progress being made in the states that are protecting their female athletes. I will continue to speak out about my experience with the hope that I might be able to protect the next young woman athlete from being injured. There should never be another Payton McNabb. Thank you for having this hearing today so that my story can be shared.
Thank you, Ms. McNabb. I now recognize Mr. Leifelt for his opening statement.